Just into 7 News, mugshots of the 3 men arrested in the murders of 5 people at a Denver bar. And the mother of one of the suspects tells 7 News her son didn't do it. We have team coverage of these latest developments in the bar killings. 7 News reporter Amanda Cost and Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon uncovering more on the suspects. Russell Haythorne learning more about the people they're accused of killing. Amanda, you were in court when 2 of the suspects appeared today.
And Mike, all 3 are being held without bond. They were arrested within 24 hours of what they're accused of doing inside this bar, killing 5 people, then setting the place on fire. 22-year-old Dexter Lewis was staying at this motel for 2 months. Wednesday night, he checked out in cuffs.
10, 12 police officers come down, want to look at one of the units, and we went ahead and gave them the key so they could get in if they needed to.
Next, Denver police traced 2 brothers, Joseph and Linnell Hill, to this Best Inn and Suites near 270 in Quebec. One was working as the night manager, the other staying in a room. All 3 men now in the Denver County Jail, held on first-degree murder, felony murder, aggravated robbery, and arson. Everyone else who was inside Pharaoh's bar at last call Wednesday morning is dead. 2 of the suspected murderers already appeared in court.
She doesn't want any pictures.
Dexter Lewis's mother didn't want her face shown on camera, but wanted to say this.
I do not think he did this for one moment.
Denver police unwavering.
We feel comfortable that they are the individuals that certainly are accountable for this horrendous event, crime that had occurred, but there's still much work to be done to make sure that we have a successful prosecution and conviction of the individuals.
And this investigation ongoing, but 7 News has learned that Denver police believe the motive for the killings, robbery, and they believe that the arson, the fire, was set in order to cover up the crime scene. Reporting live, Amanda Cost, 7 News.
Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon looking into the background of the suspects. Kelly, one has a criminal history in North Carolina.
That's right, Mike. The Call 7 investigators found 24-year-old Linnell Hill, who goes by Jonathan, was found guilty of having a weapon on an educational facility back in 2004, according to a county court clerk in North Carolina. Now, according to his Facebook page, he's currently an agency director for a talent agency in Denver. He's also an aspiring model. I was also able to find out that he worked as a security guard in the Denver area from November 2011 to February 2012. His criminal background in Colorado shows Hill was charged with third-degree assault, a misdemeanor, in 2010. The second suspect, 22-year-old Dexter Lewis, pleaded guilty to felony assault and robbery in 2009. This is his mugshot from the Colorado Department of Corrections, where he was sentenced to 3 years. According to the DOC, he's currently on parole for those crimes. The last suspect, 27-year-old Joseph Hill, does not have a criminal past in Colorado. And according to his Facebook page, he says, quote, "I'm a great person to know if you're genuine. I'm very hardworking and dedicated." Tonight, the 3 men are facing homicide, robbery, and arson charges. Live in the newsroom, I'm Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon.
Outside Pharaoh's Bar and Grill, a memorial to the 5 people police say were killed by those men. It continues to grow. 7 News reporter Russell Haythorne uncovering new information about the victims. And Russell, you discovered 2 of the younger victims might have been out on a date that night.
Mike, they were apparently just hanging out together. They came here to Pharaoh's Bar for a nightcap. Unfortunately, they ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Will Tiefenbrunn was Ross Richter's friend and colleague. The 2 of them were river rangers on the Colorado.
Our job was just to take care of the corridor and patrol the river by raft.
That's Ross on the left and Will on the right. Will says Ross's mountain man look was genuine, a part of his true character, despite the fact he was born and raised on the plains in Kansas.
Sometimes he would let his beard go and go and go all season long. It was the most tangled mess of beard you can imagine. Other times he'd shave his face clean and look really strange when he did that. Ross was the most outstanding person I've ever known, one of my favorite people to be around.
Will says Ross was on a date the night of the shooting, possibly with 21-year-old shooting victim Daria Poole. Today, friends continue to mourn the loss of all 5 victims, including the bar owner.
You didn't really think about it when she was around, but now that she's gone, it's like she really touched all of us.
Despite the bar's reputation of being a haven for drug deals, Tiefenbrunn and others say those killed weren't into drugs. The violence was instead random and senseless.
I expected to hear that he had been in some accident on the river, or that he'd been struck by lightning in the mountains or attacked by a bear.
Ross Richter worked for the Bureau of Land Management. His family says he also volunteered at YMCA of the Rockies in Estes Park. His family in Kansas City is still working on plans for a memorial service. Live in Denver, Russell Haythorne, 7 News.
Besides Ross Richter and Daria Pohl, 3 others were killed that night: Colleen Fallon, Teresa Beasley, and the bar owner, Young Farrow. 7 News continues to investigate the circumstances surrounding the shooting. We're breaking information as it happens, pictures from the scene, and video from our stories. Log on to thedenverchannel.com.